Hey, what's up? It's Tony. I wanted to do this video because I think that it's really important as we get older, to keep a light burning and keep ourselves surprised and step outside the box and really sort of look at life with still possibilities and for ourselves. Because I really think that it really helps with aging and beyond the outside and the aesthetic and the health, the body health. I think that the mental health of aging is super important. And a few years ago, I had a health crisis, and I had to use a urinary catheter to void urine. And I was stuck with this thing for many months, and it caused me a great deal of pain and immobility. And I thought to myself, there has to be a better way. So I started researching into catheters and their inventions, and pretty much this device has stayed the same since its invention, except for like new materials that it's made in, or it's more lubricated to get insertion better, a few other things, right? But I noticed something, that nothing was designed from the user, from me. You know what I'm saying? The person that has to live with this thing. Because if something had been designed from a user, it certainly would not look the way it looks, right? It would have been improved upon. So I thought, wow, there's something here. But then what happened, and this is what I think is so key, is that I immediately start to fill my head with negative thoughts, because at this age in my life, I know not what I know, but I am a certain person. On the thing that was screaming to me when I was looking at this was, you're not a doctor, Tony, so what do you know about this? You're not a medical professional, so what do you mean you're going to try and reinvent the catheter and make it better? You are not qualified. You're just not qualified in this area of expertise. I'm good at other things, and this is certainly not what I'm good at, and is so removed from my life. But actually, it's not removed from my life, it's in my body. So I thought, you know what? I've got nothing else to do, right? Take a chance, right? Step outside your box, step outside your identity, step outside what you think are your limitations, right? And give it a try. Just give it a try. And I deep dove into researching everything I could understand and know about a urinary catheter. And I have to tell you, first of all, I love the journey of learning. It was fantastic. I hadn't done anything like that in such a long time. It was fantastic to go in there and research and study and, put these things together and make sense out of that, and then I bought a catheter and I cut it up into pieces, and I tried to jimmy rig it together, and it was just a wonderful feeling of learning and growing, and I had no idea where this would end up, but there was just this joy that I was doing something that was outside of my education, my typical box, my identity, who I am as a 50 something year old at the time. How old was I? This was 3.5 years ago. So 57-year-old? Yeah, because I'm 60 now. Yeah. So it was fantastic. I felt alive, even though I had this catheter at the time. So that was the thing that was really amazing, because I was doing something and learning about something that was out of my realm, out of my identity, out of what I had, my limits, my education. And so fast forward, I received an email, and I'm actually editing I'm editing out a lot of stuff to do with the patenting process and the molding process and all that other stuff. I'll save that for another video, but this is about, pivoting and changing and getting out of our own way as we age, because we get a little stuck. So I digress. So fast forward, right? A few months ago, I received an email from the USPTO, the United States Patent and Trademark Office, saying that I have been awarded, right, a utility patent for my new and improved indwelling catheter. Me. I have to tell you, I got that email and I was looking at that note like, this is not real. This is, wow, how did this happen? This is amazing. I mean, I know how it happened, but there it was in print. I had done it. I had invented, right, a pre-existing medical device and made it better. Me, who has no education in the medical field whatsoever, It's amazing, and I'm very proud of myself that I got this accomplished. But the most important thing that I got from this was that I need to continue getting rid of my limits as I age, as I get older. I need to get outside of my box of who I am, or broaden who I am, actually. I've always believed that learning, right, is important, to do for our whole life, but did I really act on it? Was I really learning? And so I think it was because I found something that I was kind of passionate about, or curious about, or was directly impacting me, I should say, as well, that set me on this path to figure out a better way and get awarded with a patent. In a million years, I never would have thought that was me. But why? It's because I am a certain type of person, and this is all I know, and this is my box, this is my education, and this is, my field of interest, or my field of, how I made my living, right? So the point of all of this is to say, right, I believe it's so important as we age to try new things, to experiment, to think outside of the box, to go beyond our identity of who we think we are, to give life a try, and we never know what can happen. And, I have to say, even if I didn't get the patent, right, the lessons that I learned about myself along the way have been invaluable, because there was a joy in the process. I felt like I was contributing something to myself. I was learning something, it was wonderful, and it was enriching, and it wasn't my norm, because I guess sometimes as we get older, we become creatures of habit, and we do the same things, and maybe that's why sometimes the days seem to go either very, very fast, or sometimes they go very, very slow. But I got off of what is it? That thing that the hamsters go around in, that little wheel thing. I got off of that and tried something, and it worked, and that feeling is amazing. It makes me feel so hopeful for the future and for this part of my life and the next chapters that come with it. I don't feel sort of, not afraid, but like, oh well, I'm old now and that's just it, and whatever. I feel like there's so much that I can do and want to do. So the takeaway from this, I would say to anyone out there who is getting up there in age, and it seems to be a hot topic these days, I guess maybe because the global population is aging out, is, it's okay to step outside of who you are, who you think you are, and broaden your horizons, whatever that may be for yourself. It's okay to try something new that may be out of what you think your education is, or it's something that you've never even thought about, just to try, because there's a sense of living and learning, and a sense maybe of youthfulness. There's a sort of, wow, an eye-opening thing about it. Maybe actually it's a sense of possibility, and that, I think, for me, is the most important thing that the most important takeaway is that I feel so hopeful about trying other things and keeping the excitement. And then it doesn't make me feel old. It doesn't make me feel like it's all this doom and gloom. And also too, what is it? Some of us are of retirement age, or getting up there and planning to retire, or you're an empty nester, or you may have more time on your hands. Wouldn't this be a great opportunity to seize the day and try something new and feel like I'm living again? You know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes, maybe financially, not all of us, I want to travel the world, are in a position to go and travel the world. We still have responsibilities, and so, the fact that I sat at home and I did this, with a phone and a computer and Wi-Fi, right? It makes it feel like it was accessible. I didn't have to go anywhere to get this done. Go out there, step outside your box. I don't know how to tie this up, so I hope that helps. See you soon.
Don't forget to like and subscribe down there or up there or wherever it is. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon.